ये कैसे कनेक्ट होगा? ओके, हाँ ओके, हो गया लोड हो रहा है। Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so can we start with the session? It's already 6:30.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, will all the sessions will be uploaded on YouTube playlist?
1 by 2 BH, A is equals to 1 by 2 BH D1 D2. D and the diameter. Next, area of triangle. Area of
I request everyone to be on mute.
Ma'am, I was asking that will all the recordings be available on YouTube playlist or zip file has to be downloaded?
Vaitika ma'am, I'm not able to hear you properly.
Hello,
You need to be little louder.
ma'am, am I
Let me check
audible?
my sound. Yes.
Ma'am, will all the sessions will be uploaded on YouTube playlist or we have to download the zip file?
No, sessions will be uploaded on the YouTube. You will get all the recordings. Yeah. So let's start with the session. I think it's time to start. So we have done few things in the previous session. I hope that you people have revised the things. Some of you were struggling with few formulas. I have already shared the cheat sheet with all of you. Have you gone through those formulas that we have covered in the session? And I've shared few formulas with you that we have covered along with examples on VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP. How many of you have practiced?
I will practice today. I didn't
Okay.
got time to practice yesterday. Gee, I will practice.
Anybody?
Anybody?
So I want to
So
understand how
I
many
want
of
to
you have
understand how many.
practiced. You can write in the chat, you can raise your hands. None of you? Why? Then how will you be able to understand the things? Okay, Chandni ma'am is saying she has practice. Very good. Shrishti ma'am. Okay. Okay. So let's not procrastinate, right? If you want, if you don't have time, if you have time scarcity, at least try with one small thing. Start with one small thing, right? Maybe start with Excel tables. Then you can go to conditional formulas. Then you can go to pivots table. So I think if you give half an hour each day, you will be pro, right? In 1 week or two. So, but you need to give at least 15 minutes. Start with 15 minutes at least, right? Convert your data into Excel table. It will hardly take 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Can we do that? Can we give 15
Can we
minutes
give
to
15 minutes to
practice the things that we are
practice the
doing
things
in
that
this
we are
session?
doing in this session?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So I believe you. And next time, if I ask that how many of you have practiced, I want maximum yeses in the chat. Okay. I
You
know
will.
that time is very less for all of us, but if we want to upskill, if we want to upgrade, compete with today's technology, we need to do extra efforts as well, right? Because you are fellows, right? Not everybody is fellow. So if you have signed up for this internship, what extra are you doing for that? Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So what we can do today, yesterday, your last session, what we have done, we have tried to make use of formulas, but I understood that you people are still not very comfortable with formulas, and I have already provided many resources for that. I want you people to start practicing with the formulas. Only then you will understand how to use that, in which scenarios to use that. Again, I'm saying don't cram formulas. Do not cram the formulas. Understand the context, that what you want, right? If you want some condition, if you're working with some kind of condition, right? So you need to understand, do you want a count of values? Do you want sum of values? Do you want any condition that needs to be true or false? On the basis of that, you will be choosing the formula. So if you are cramming the formula, then you are doing it very wrong. Okay, but if we're understanding the context, that okay, this is my problem and this is how I can solve it through Excel, then maybe use internet for formula. That happens, right? Everybody does that today. Programming, coding, this is not difficult. Everything is on internet. What is difficult is your logic, how you are thinking, how you are solving the problem. So problem solving is the biggest skill nowadays that anybody can have. So if you know that what you want to achieve, on the basis of that, there are number of solutions, but your problem should be clear to you, right? What is the context? So please understand this thing. Problem solving is one of the thing that what can be the approach that I can use for this problem. First, understand the problem, understand the context, and then see what option do I have. Do I need to use count for this problem? Do I need to use formula for some for this problem, or do I just need to use if else for this problem? Okay, makes sense or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am, I would like to
Yes,
share one experience,
ma'am.
my experience, today's experience. I am
Yes,
working on
Madam.
a attendance sheet of students right now in my class. So I actually got excited कि ये जो attendance sheet मैंने बनाई है, how I'm going to use the formulas. So I'm actually looking forward to inculcate those learnings in my Excel sheet. So I believe in the next class I will be able to, showcase that also.
Great, great. And
Right.
I would want every one of you to showcase me that, okay, this was something we were working with, right? And this is something that we have achieved based on the learning that we did in this session. Even you are doing something very minor, very minute thing if you are solving, please showcase in the session, because in that way you are sharing your knowledge with other people as well, and they will also get motivated, right? So don't think that this is very minute. Why should I share this? Please share that, right? Whatever you are doing. Okay, so this is our ultimate objective, that how you are using the learnings from the session into your everyday job roles or duties. So let's start. So what I did today, I also used the different approach, maybe simpler approach for you. Is there somebody who wants to say something? No? Can I start with the session? A quick thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Fine.
you
So
were
today
sharing
what we
screen
are
share.
going to do is we will be, see, formula sheet is already with you. I have already shared the last salt lab with all of you, right? You can use that approach as well, or you can use this approach as well. I'm not going to reiterate any formulas today because I really want you to go through that lab, because we have discussed that enough in the previous session. In case after learning or after doing the experiment you are not able to understand something, please come back to us and we'll take that query. But the practice you need to do on yourself. Today we will be going to create a dashboard, but with another approach that you have already done. So today we are going to only use pivot tables. Okay, that is also we have covered in the sessions. Okay, I choose this because I think you people will understand that, okay, this is also one of the way that we can do that. If you're not very much comfortable with formula as of now, but you have two approaches, you can use formulas, you can approach pivot table, or even you can use both. You can combine both as well. Okay, so whatever you are not able to achieve through pivot, you can use formulas, and where you think pivot will help me, so you can use pivot as well. Okay. So this is the table that all of you had. Okay, I have already shared this table with all of you. I have deleted, if you want this, I can share this as well. But I'm sharing my copy, but I want you to download it in your machine, so that you don't, edit this file. Otherwise, it would be difficult for me to practice or do the practical here. It is the same data set that we were.
Bhati, I think you can change the permissions. Like, don't give the edit permission, so they can just
Yeah.
download it. They cannot edit it. Yeah.
So open this file and you download it in your system and enable editing over there. Okay. So this is the same data set that we have used in the previous week, but this week we are using with the same data set. Please do not do anything here, or you cannot as well, but download it in your system. Okay. So I was saying the same data set, you can open the previous file as well if you had, or you can start fresh as well. So I have deleted extra column that is not required for today's session. So you remember, right? Everybody of you remember that how we calculated present flag and absent flag. Do I need to reiterate it again? Is it okay with everyone? Is this table clear, everyone? Okay. Now let's start with making the dashboard. But if I want to create a dashboard, why am I creating a dashboard, and what do I achieve? What do I want to achieve out of that, right? So what I need to do, my objective needs to be very clear. So today my focus is to understand the status of students who are present in my session and status of students who are not regularly attending my session. Or I can also want to see that is there any influence of days on the student attendance, means is there any influence of weekends on the attendance pattern, or any influence of any other beginning of week on the attendance, right? So I am working with three columns here: present column, absent column, and weekdays column. Okay, so I want to understand the present count of present students in my class, absent student in my class, and the students or impact of weekdays or weekends on the count of attendance in my class. Is this problem clear to everyone? Quick thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if it is clear, so you always know that, okay, this is the student detail, student, and this is student detail. This is the date where student have attended the session. This is their status, whether they were present or absent. You can also see the filter, right? And what all things are there. So in status, we have present and absent. In weekdays, we have weekday name of weekdays. In present flag, we have already denoted present with 1 and absent with 0, and vice versa to absent flag. 1 for absent and 0 for present. Okay, so this shows absent, this shows present, and this is student. So we have, I think, 4 students here, right? And date, we are keeping only week dates, like we are excluding Saturdays and Sundays, right? So we are counting the session from 1 to 31st, but we are excluding the weekends. Okay, not including Saturdays and Sundays. So now what we need to do, I will be creating a pivot table first to understand the present count in my session. Okay. And let's say we are basically doing it for a July month, 2025. It has already passed, but let us, I have this data set, I'm working with it. So let us understand that what happened in July last year. So in order to insert a pivot table, what should I do first? You can write your answer in the chat. If I want to insert a pivot table, what option do I need to choose? You can write in the chat. How to insert a pivot table? How to insert a pivot table from my table? So this is my table. If I want to insert a pivot table, what option do I need to choose? I need to go to
insert, and then there is a pivot table column there under insert tab.
yes, but before that, you need to be somewhere inside your table. Don't click outside the table. Click inside the table, go to insert, and there is very easy thing written in front of you, pivot table. And then it is asking you that from where you want to create a pivot table or on which range you want to create a pivot table. So we want to create a pivot table from this table. Okay. So I will be clicking from table or range. So if I haven't named my, so this thing is in a table, right? So that is why I can basically just click from table. But what does range mean? For example, if your data is not in the form of table, you have not converted it into the form of table, then you need to select the entire range first. Range means the data where your data is, you need to select the data where it is spread in a sheet, right? So if you haven't converted into the table, you need to first select it and then you can create a pivot table. But that is why I always say first convert your data into the table, and then it's very easy to summarize the things. Okay, so insert, go to pivot table, and then select the first option from table or range. So today's we haven't named our table, so let me first name it. So how to name a table? I will be clicking inside a table, go to table design, and then I can name it whatever I want. For example, attendance T. So this is the name of my table. Now again, insert pivot table from table or range. Which table we are using? Attendance T. Okay, and where you want. So it is asking where you want your pivot table to be placed. So I want my pivot table to be placed in the new worksheet, not in this worksheet, but in the new worksheet. So I will keep it as is it, new worksheet, and I will click on OK. Again, I am telling you what this dialog box is saying, that select a table or range for which you want pivot. So we have a table, attendance T. On this, we want to create a pivot table. So this name is automatically here. By default, I would want to create my pivot into new worksheet. So by default, I will be keeping it as it is, and simple click on OK. So it has automatically created a sheet 2 for me, right? You can drag it here. Sheet 2 is already there, space for pivot table is given to me. Okay, now what I need to do, I have a space for pivot table and I have these fields also on the right hand side. Okay. My first motive is to understand the present count in my class that happened in July. Okay. Present count for whom? Students. Okay. So it means on the rows, I want student name. So on the left hand side, I want student names. So I will be clicking, just focus here. I will be clicking that I would want this students where in my rows, means row label should be student names. So you can see, right, student names appear here under the row labels. Okay. And what do you want? That I want that how many times these students are present in my class in July month. Okay. So here we are dealing with monthly attendance. So I will be telling my pivot table to summarize the present count, okay, as per my table data set. So if I want to understand that how many time Aisha was present in my class, so what do I need to do? I need to sum up the number of times she was present, and sum I can do on numeric column. So if you remember, this present flag was in numeric column. That is why we have converted this into 1 and 0. So if I want to understand that, okay, how many time Aisha was present. So I will be just in with the help of filter, you can just see that, okay, select Aisha, how many times she was present, select 1 from present flag column. And if you just click on this, you can see in your taskbar, status bar, there is a sum coming up as 17. Okay, so this is filtration that you can do on small data set, but I just telling you that this is how pivot table will do the calculation. It will select Aisha, it will calculate the sum of presents when Aisha was present, means it will sum all the ones. Okay, so here when I tell my pivot table that, okay, I want count for each student, then I need to select present flag because it will sum the numeric value and it will come under values column by default. And I would want the sum only. So it is giving me, okay, Aisha was present for 17 times, second Aisha was 20, Meera for 22, and Rohit was 23. So pivot table automatically summarized the present count for all the students for my class. Okay. Again, you can also do one thing here. If you focus very carefully on the extreme right, by default, it will choose sum, right? If you want to change this to average or count, you can also do that. You need to click on arrow and then you need to click on value field settings. Click on arrow, click on value field setting, and you can change this to average value as well. For example, if I click on average, it will give me average of student attendance. Okay, not sum. So that depends on what calculation I want to do. Do I just want to count the
Ma'am,
present? Do I
please
just
repeat
want?
the last time.
Okay, I'll repeat. So automatically it sum up the present for me, right? But if you want to change the calculation, what do you need to do? Go inside the value. You can see the value, right? By default, it was sum. But if you want to change the calculation, you don't want sum, you want percentage or you want average or you want count or you want maximum value, minimum value, whatever. So you need to just click on this arrow, click on value field settings, and then select the calculation that you want to happen on present flag. What calculation you want, but always select what is relevant for you. So here sum is relevant for me. I want to find out the sum of presence for my students. So that is why I have chosen sum. You can also find the average attendance for a student. You can only count the status as well. You can find out the max value or min value. So this time max and min is nothing. Everything is 1. So I will be basically keeping
Ma'am, I
it
could
as
not
sum.
locate that arrow.
Sorry.
I could not locate that arrow. There you said that go to this arrow and then select.
Um, can you look at the field values on the pivot? Is it
Yes, yes, yes. They are visible. Then arrow. You said then click on this arrow.
so?
Okay.
Is it arrow is
Yes.
like this filter kind of thing that is given
Yes,
here,
yes, I
right?
got it. Yes.
Yeah.
I was focusing on the upper side of the screen. I could not see
No,
it
no,
there.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to click on that, right? And then you will find the value field settings, and then you can change it. Okay,
Yes, ma'am, got
clear?
it. Thank you.
Yeah. Is it clear to everyone? So this is simple pivot that we have
Yes, ma'am.
created. Now, there is one more thing that you can do here. I'll tell you if you want multiple things, right? Multiple values. So here, what I want to do, I want to compare present count with the total days where session was held. So sometimes you also want total out of, number of present session. So what you can do, you can add one more thing here. You can click inside your pivot and then tell your pivot to add number of days where session was held. So what is the logic, how it can calculate the number of days? It will check all the dates and it will count the dates. So first of all, just look very carefully and understand this logic. This is nothing but mathematics. So you can see that out of which column you find the number of days where session was held. So I think this is the easiest way that it will count the number of time this date was repeated in the Excel. So on that logic, I will be clicking on date. By default, it will keep your date under rows, but I don't want rows for my date. What I want to count the values where date is appearing. Okay, so I will be just clicking on this date and I will be dragging it under the value. Click on date, drag it under the value cohort. Is it clear? Simple, or do I need to repeat it again? Yes, no, something.
Got it, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Only by clicking we are
It's
getting it, right?
fine.
Yes. Just click on dates, and if it comes under row, just drag it inside the values. It will by default keep the
Okay.
count because it is intelligent, right? It knows that I need to count the number of time the date was appearing in Excel. So this is the simplest way that I was able to find the total session. So I will rename all the headers of my table, pivot table. So you can easily do that. Go to the row label, go to this formula bar and change the header. For example, student. Then go to next column, change the header. Count or present count simply. Go to count of days. You can rename it as total sessions. Clear? Simple. Go to header, change the name, and then you are done. I hope this is clear to everyone. You can obviously do any formatting, any layout. You can click on this and you can go to home. If you want to see the borders, you can go to borders and apply all borders. So it is like something, you need to explore things. These are very minute things, but if you are not playing with Excel, you are not going to get it. Okay. Now, if you want to see every time when you're working with a pivot, right? One thing that you need to understand that what is will be my next step. Do I need to create a chart out of it, or do I just need a pivot only, right? If you want to make a chart out of it, chart will also take everything that is coming under this table, whether it is a total as well. So if chart includes total, it may, don't give me a good visual, right? It may interfere with my visual. So I'll tell you how will it impact my visual. So what we can do, let us keep total as it is, right? And then try to include a chart. So how I can insert a chart from pivot? Same thing. You are working with this pivot. First of all, click inside this pivot table. Okay, anywhere you can click inside this pivot table. You are getting this pivot table analyze. You can click here and you can change its name first so that later on it will not confuse you. So you can change the name to present count, something like that. Pivot. Okay, it will not confuse you later. So keep a name that is relevant for you. For me, I think present count pivot is something making sense for this table. So I have renamed it present count pivot. So now when I click on this table, it will always renamed as present count or named as present count pivot. Now the next thing is I want to insert, I want to see this information visually. How I can do that? I will be creating chart for it to see that how it will looks on a graph. So I will again click inside a table, go to insert, and then go to, because I think column chart will make most sense for us here. So I will be clicking on this column chart and inserting the first chart, the first 2D column chart. I will be clicking on the first option that I'm getting under 2D column and just click it. Okay, so I got this chart. You can simply, change the formatting by dragging it to minimize the things here. Fine. So now what I need to do, why I was basically by default, it has not taken the grand total, but sometime it may take the grand total. So it's always uh, this time it has not. I think it is working. Yeah, it has not, because it was not able to, differentiate between both of them. So what if you can do, if you don't want a grand total in your table, I think told you before as well, what you need to do, you just need to click inside your pivot and you need to click on pivot table options, go to totals and filter and uncheck this grand total column. Okay, so it will basically exclude grand total from your table. Okay, if you don't want it, and I recommend don't. If you really want it, then you can keep it. If you don't want it, please exclude it, but because it will not interfere with other things that you want to do right after creating a pivot table. So one more thing that you can do here, this is the sorting that was done as per, like, randomly they have sorted it from smallest to largest, right? You can also sort things from largest to small. So what you need to do, you need to click inside the pivot and you can sort your data from largest to smaller as well. Means you want a bigger count first and then, lesser count, something like that. So in that way also you can do that. There is one thing, I think, if you have not focused, there is one thing that is not coming properly here. It is showing us the present count first and then showing us the it is showing us the present count first and then showing us the total count, right? Means this thing is coming first and then this thing is coming later. But I don't think that is the intelligent way of showing the graph. So what you can do, you can basically again open this filled list. How you can open this? Right click inside your pivot table and click on show filled list, and then again see on extreme left, concentrate on the extreme left, means your field list. If you want this total session column in the second place and present count column in the third place, you can drag it like this. Okay, you can click on present count and you can keep it above, like something like that. So you can scroll it up and down. Okay, so it will change your graph as well.
Ma'am, how did you drag it? Could you show once?
Is it not visible?
I'm not able to
Because,
follow exactly. Yeah.
but I hope my screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yeah, just could you
Ma'am,
repeat?
just focus on extreme right
Hmm.
under the values. We have this total session and present count, right? If you
Yeah.
want present count above, you just click on present count, go just drag it above the total session or vice versa.
Okay, in that
It's just,
side. All right. Okay.
yeah. It's just drag and drop. What do you want up and what do you want downwards? Is it making sense to other participant? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting or boring?
Challenging.
It's interesting.
I don't think it's challenging, just a practice, right? It's I think it may prove a very beneficial tool for you, at least for these things like attendance, score, and all, right?
It is,
Once,
ma'am.
yeah,
I have shared a screenshot in the group. What I did recently with the help of all these sessions, what we are attending. Today, I prepared a report, and with the help of these things, I was able to do it little quickly by understanding these things, the commands, the
great.
formulas, and all. So I have shared a screenshot of the report by preparing the table as well as converting it in the form of bar chart and pie chart with the help of data. So it has
Great,
been
ma'am.
quite beneficial to us. Yes, challenging is in the form where, because we are not so too much into it, we are not using it every day. So as we practice it more, definitely it's going to be easy for us.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And yeah, it will come because nobody is perfect, right? Even I need to do practice before coming to the session. It's not that I need not to do anything. Everybody needs practice, right? So we need to prepare for everything, whatever. Even if you are taking your sessions or whatever lectures every day, still prepare, right? Even if you are basically delivering the same thing. So these are the new things, and you need to put obviously extra effort for that, right? So that is what I believe. And another thing, let's also, keep this as the practice. Whatever new you do in a week based on these session, please share in the first 5 minutes. We can keep we want you to share your experiences, that how you are using these things in your daily sessions. Okay, so I will be, you can obviously volunteer. So we will be choosing 2 people every day who will share their learnings and how they implemented in their daily roles. Can we do that? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, we can do that.
Okay, then let's move forward. So this is something that
Bharti, can I
this
go
is,
with this LMS like for 10 minutes? Or we
yes.
can go.
So Uma, I think people were also saying that they are also available on Saturday. If they are available on Saturday, can we do this session on Saturday?
Yes, yes, we can also do it, Bharati, but some of them are saying like they are not available in Saturdays.
Okay.
That is the reason. Can you
So,
please confirm faculties whether you will be available on Saturdays? We can have it on them. No problem.
yeah, will you be available on Saturday for LMS demo?
Same time, ma'am, right? As the classes are.
That you people can decide mutually that which
Yes, ma'am,
time
I'm
suits you.
available. I'm available, ma'am.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, 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 not possible. Okay, I can see many no's here.
Just
So,
5 minutes, Bharati. I'll just close it off. Just 5 minutes. Is it okay?
Uma, no, what
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
saying,
Mm.
I'm in the middle of this thing because it's still, very challenging for them as well. So let's not stop now. Let me create a dashboard
Okay.
and then you can take up the LMS demo.
And
Maybe,
also, Bharti, and also I think I will share you as a document, like how you can select and you can go through the things. That also I can share it today. Okay, is that okay for everyone? If still there is a confusion, then we will have a session. Is it fine?
yeah,
Maybe tomorrow, I think you will be available, right? Faculties. Can we have some 10
Fridays.
or 20 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Friday is okay, right?
Yes, ma'am, we can do it.
Okay. Okay.
So let's keep it Friday, maybe tomorrow.
Yes, yes, Bharti.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Thank you, Bharti.
Yeah, no worries. So I was saying that, okay, in this way, you people can basically create a pivot, summarize the things, and then create a chart out of it. Can we also practice it with absent count? I'll give you 4 minutes. Create a pivot for absent count in the similar manner where you will be keeping student name, total sessions, and absent count. And then once you are done with pivot, create a chart out of that. So now it's 7:07. I would want you to share your screenshot by 7:10 or 11. Just try it once and then I'll take it over if you are not able to do. It's very simple. Just think that how we have done this. Instead of present count, you need to do for absent count.
Ma'am, I shared something. Is it correct?
Let me check.
It's in the WhatsApp group actually.
WhatsApp. Okay. Yeah, very nice. So I can see that, yeah, you have done correctly. And many people
Okay,
are
thank
doing
you,
and
ma'am.
sharing their screenshot. Very good. Okay, so how many of you have done it? So I think most of you are able to follow, so that's great. So for who are still struggling, I'll just demo them once again that how to. So see what we have done, we have basically created a pivot table. I think it's become very large. We have created a pivot table for present count. Let's also create for absent count. Okay. So for that, what you need to do, similar thing that you need to do. If maybe most of you are using new worksheet, those who have done very good, but you can also uh, learn one new thing. If you want a second pivot table in the same sheet, how you can do that. Okay. So what we need to do, I want to place my pivot table in the same sheet. So what I will be doing, I will be going to the data set sheet. I will be keeping my cursor inside the table. Same thing I'm opting for insert from table and range, and then same table. But this time I will be not choosing new worksheet. I will be choosing existing worksheet because I have already a sheet with me where I want a pivot table. So it will ask me that, okay, if you are choosing existing worksheet, what is the location of that worksheet? So what I'm going to do, I will keep this open. I will go to sheet 2. Just focus it very clearly. Don't choose new worksheet, choose existing worksheet. Go to sheet 2, where your first pivot table was there, and choose any row. For example, I want my second pivot table here. So I will be keeping my cursor below L. Okay. So I want my pivot table to start from here. So I will be selecting this cell. So it automatically detects the location that, okay, she wants her pivot table to be placed in sheet 2 at the L column. And then I will click on OK. So instead of basically selecting new worksheet, what we selected, existing worksheet, went to the sheet 2, select the cell. Okay. Now, what we need to do, we now want absent count. So what are the rows? I want absent count for students. So I will be choosing student first, that, okay, I want absent count for the student. So all the student name will appear for me. And now what I want, this time I don't want present flag, I want count for absent flag, that for how many time my student was not in the class. So I will be clicking absent flag instead of present flag. It will automatically detect, okay, she wants sum of absent flag. That was my aim. So it comes under values. Now I also want total session. So how I count total session? I will be choosing dates, that on these dates sessions were held. It will count all the dates. Choose date. If it comes under rows, just just drag this dates to values column, and it will count the dates, number of time the session was held. Same thing that we did in the previous pivot table, but this time we have used absent flag, not the present flag. How to rename it? Just go to each header, rename the name, student. Why I took it little fast, because we have already done it, so that is why. I hope the things are clear. Okay. Again, you can select your pivot table and select all borders under home. It will give borders to you. If you want to delete grand total, you can just click inside the table and table field options and total and filters, uncheck grand total. Okay. How to insert a chart? Click inside the table, go to insert, select 2D column chart. That's it. We have created second chart for us, that is absent chart. Here also you need to drag total session above absent session, that you did, right, as we did for present and total session. Just drag up and down. Clear, everyone?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear? Great. Now, if it is clear, can you also give me a third, or maybe prepare a third pivot table in which I want you to count the present count for weekdays. So this time I want you to count. I don't want you to count the present for students. It means I want you to keep your weekdays in rows and give me the number of time the student was. For example, I want to say that how many students were there present on Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday. So count in the number of students for each weekday. How will you do that? And use the existing sheet only. Okay, so here it will be very simple. You need a number of days, sorry, those weekdays in rows and their count under the values. Can you do that? Try once.
So will there be only two columns, that is weekday and the total number, that's it, and then a
Yes,
chart?
only two columns.
Okay.
And ma'am, do we need to prepare chart as well for this?
Yes. Done?
Yes, ma'am, sharing in a minute. Yeah.
Hey, Rama ma'am is saying, yes, ma'am. Great.
Ma'am, I've created something. I don't know whether it's correct or not. It's again in the WhatsApp, but not sure.
Uh, what's the name?
Aisha,
Okay.
it's in the WhatsApp, yes, but not sure if it's correct.
I got something with student's name. I want from for weekdays. Count the number of present days for against each weekday, like Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, those who are doing, they can still do. But those who are facing few issues, just see how it needs to be done. It's the same process we need to follow. So you have this data set, right? Now, our next problem statement is that I want that to count the number of present students against each weekday. So we have 5 weekdays here: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. So it means I want these things in my first column, and in the second column, I want to see the count present. That okay, on Monday, how many students are present, on Wednesday, how many students are present. So again, I will be clicking inside my table. I think I have some filter on. I will be clicking inside my table and going to go to insert. Again, choose pivot table from the similar attendance T table. This time also I will be keeping this pivot table in my existing worksheet. Existing worksheet is sheet 2. So I will be clicking on existing worksheet. Go to my sheet 2 and tell Excel the location of location where I want my third table. Okay. So I will select, for example, P, that my table should start from here. Okay. Then, okay. Hmm. Then I just click on OK. So pivot table will choose attendance T. It will create your pivot table inside sheet 2 under P2 cell. Click OK. It will give you space to create a pivot table. Now I want to count the number of present students for each weekdays. It means I want weekdays in my row labels. So I will be selecting weekdays. It will come inside the row. Okay, so you can say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is already sorted. Means from Monday to Friday. What I want to count? I want to count the present flag. Okay, my problem is to count the present flag. So I will be clicking present flag. So under values, it will count sum of present students for each weekdays. So you can see on your extreme right, under values, it will count sum of present students, and under rows, it will give me the name of each weekday. And I can see that I got my pivot table. Now you can again apply borders here. Okay. One more thing, I want you to change the name for pivot table. So click inside this pivot table, go to pivot table analyze and give the name weekday pivot. Give the name to the second pivot table as well. Click inside this absent pivot table and name it as absent count pivot. Okay, just to understand later that what each table is showing, you can change the headers. Here, I want it to be renamed as weekday. And here I want present count. I don't want grand total, so I will be right clicking on this pivot table option. Click on totals and filters. Uncheck grand totals. So grand total will be going away. Now you have another pivot. Create a chart out of it. Click inside the table. Go to insert. Go to column chart. Select first 2D chart. You get your another chart. Okay. Now you can obviously change the design of this chart from design options. So you have many designs here. Whatever feels good, you can choose that. Okay, so designing another thing you can explore. It's just that you need to click on the chart. You go to design option. You can choose whatever design you want for your chart. Okay. Now I think I have everything that I want for my dashboard. Okay. I will be creating a dashboard out of these things. I will share one sheet with all of you. That is a solve sheet. Somebody was telling in the last session. So I think we have solved everything. Now the third step is to create a dashboard. So we just take all the information that we have right now and put it under one sheet. Then it will create a dashboard for us. I'll tell you how to do that. So this is what, see, I need a present chart for my pivot. So for my dashboard, I want absent chart for my dashboard. I want weekdays chart for my dashboard. But I will be including one more thing, that is slicer. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that. Go to your like you are working on the sheet, just be there. Give me a second. Yeah. So now we have three things with us: present, absent, and weekday analysis. Okay. Now, what I know that I have 4 students: Rohit, Meera, Aisha. For example, I want some kind of filtration on this student. So how I can apply visual filtration on my charts or on my data, how I can do that. So I will be clicking on insert, and I will be in the inside option, you will in the insert option, you will be getting slicer option. Okay, under insert, you will get slicer option. Click on slicer. Under insert, you will get slicer option. Click on slicer. And then for whom you want slicer, you want to apply filter based on the student's name. Okay, I want to apply filter based on the student's name. So I will be clicking, okay, give me a slicer for students. Right now, we are only going to use one filter. Later, when you are going to do advanced thing, you can choose multiple filtration as well. But for this dashboard, I think the student is the most appropriate filter that we can use. You can also use weekdays filters. Okay, you can date wise we haven't done, but you can also use weekdays filter or students filter. So today we are going to use students filter. Okay. And I will be getting a slicer. Where is my slicer? I will be getting a slicer over here. So this is my slicer. Let me keep it somewhere here. Can you see that I got some kind of slicer that looks like this, in where I have all the students' name. Okay. Now, another thing that you need to do is basically you want that this filter should apply on all the things that you're on charts or on your table. So how you can, before doing that, you need to attach your slicer to all the data in this sheet. Okay, how you can do that? Just see very carefully here. Otherwise, you will miss it. So you have your slicer. Now you need to right click on your slicer and click on report connection. Click on report connections. Okay. Once you click on report connection, it will show you this dialog box. You can, if you see here, it is giving you all the pivots name. It is asking you for which pivot you want this slicer to be applicable for. But I want this slicer to be applicable for all the pivot tables. So I will check all the pivot tables that are there in this sheet. Okay, it means I want filtration to be applied on all the things that I have on this sheet. So I have connected this slicer to absent table, present table, and weekday table. Is it clear? Once you insert the slicer, right click on slicer, click on report connections, and check all the tables that you have created just now. Clear? Is it clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you're done, click on OK.
Yes, ma'am.
Click on OK. Now let's do one thing. Let's try to see that what impact does it make. For example, if I click on Aisha, once I click on Aisha, it will only show me the records for Aisha, that what is the student, what is the present count for Aisha, what is the absent count for Aisha, and what is her attendance for each weekday. Okay, same, it will apply the chart visual for Aisha only. So sometimes it happens, right? We want to see only one kind of record out of all the records that we have. We need to filter out the things. So that can be achieved through slicer. If you want to see Aisha's result, you can click on Aisha's result. It will give you Aisha's result. Same for Meera, same for Rohit. You can also do multiple filtration. For that, what you need to do, you need to click on this. You can see this multi-select option, Alt plus S key shortcut is also there. You need to select on this or check this multi-select option. Once this is converted into yellow kind of color, you can select two students as well at a time. So now I have selected Aisha and Aisha. It is giving me, sorry, it has selected, I think opposite. I think it is unselecting the things that I'm clicking. There is some problem with properties. Let me see. Okay, it is unselecting the thing. I don't know why it is, but no worries. is basically if you want to multi-select I'll see, I think there is some property glitch that happened. I'll see and get back to you. But the main motive here is if you want to multiple select anything, you can use this tick option and it will give you result for more than one student. Okay. Clear? There is one more thing that you can do here. You can click on this and you can go to size and properties. And you can change the layout for your slicer. You can change the, for example, if you want your slicer to be a bigger size, you can change the height and width of your size slicer. Or if you want, or if you want to change the layout in a kind of, for example, now it is showing Aisha, Meera and Rohit in one vertical field. If you want to divide it into two columns means, for example, here under layout, just see the extreme right. If under layout, if I select number of column is equal to 2, then it will display the filter in this way in two columns. It will keep two names in one column and two names into another column. So you can do this positioning and layout as per your requirement, as per your dashboard requirement. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Now you have everything with you. What you need to do now, you need to create a dashboard. So you insert one more sheet with the plus sign. Okay, I'll share this solved sheet with all of you. Why I'm sharing this? Because it will save us few minutes. Okay, you can open this sheet. You can also download it in your system. And in this sheet, just check the attendance dashboard. In this workbook, check the attendance dashboard part. Okay, this is your kind of a homework. I will just briefly let you know what you need to do. Okay, I'll show you a few things and then you need to compile everything at your home and get back to me showing your dashboard next time. So while creating a dashboard, what do we need to do? We need to use this kind of layout, this layout that you can see. Okay, so in this layout, what is happening basically? What is happening basically? I have kept some KPIs. What are the KPIs? Total class, number of days students were present, different students were present like Rohit, Meera, Aisha, average attendance and count of present on weekday. It can be, you can write it Friday or Monday or something like that, right? And then these are the important factors that I need to show to my management. So I have included these key important figures for me, right? Now you need to put values against them that we have just calculated here. You know the total sessions, 23. You know the count of present students, right? This you need to just copy paste here. You can find out the average attendance from here only. You just select this range, you will get average here in your status bar. Select the present count, you will get the average here, 25.25 here in the status bar, you can keep that. And then count of present on weekday, it means Friday. I wanted to write here weekend, it should be weekend, or maybe you can simply write Friday. I'll just change it here.
Sorry, I'm not able to follow. Can you please
Okay,
repeat
what
it?
did you miss, ma'am? Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just share in this sheet only. So see, we have calculated the things, right? In the second sheet. Is it clear to everyone that we are done with everything, whatever we wanted? Yes, no? Quick thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Till here it is clear.
Done. Create one more sheet. how you can create? Just click on plus sign and you can create sheet 3. Okay. Now, first understand that our dashboard should look like this, where we have a heading of a dashboard, that what kind of dashboard we are showing. You can also write here monthly dashboard or monthly attendance dashboard, whatever. Okay, that your dashboard. For us, this is July month. So in the bracket, you can also write July. So first thing, heading of your dashboard. So if I'll do here, I'll write, because it is a heading, I'm merging few cells. How to merge that? You can select a range, like for example, A to L, select it, go to this option. Under home, you are finding this option of merge and center. Okay, click on this. It means it will merge the entire space for one cell. Merge. Here you can write your heading, dashboard. Let's put it monthly dashboard, something, anything that makes sense to you. Or then we can write July. Okay, so this is my heading. Let me zoom it out for you. You can obviously make it beautiful by giving some colors. Okay, any color. I'm using blue. Or you can change the heading color as well. If you're not, you need to basically, these are simple designing thing. You need to select the cell. You can change the designing from here. This is the background color and this is the text color. Okay. Once you are done with this, you need to create a table. Okay, one table is for KPI, means one column should be of KPIs and one column should be of values. Okay, and just ensure that, also keep in mind that, okay, I'm creating a dashboard, what all things should be there. So I'm roughly telling you that, okay, in this second, third row, I want KPIs, I want values of those KPIs, and I want my filter also here, that is slicer. Okay, so these are the placeholder where I want everything. So under KPI, I want total sessions. Okay, I want Rohit attendance or Rohit present count, whatever you want to write. I want Meera's attendance. I want Aisha and Aisha attendance. Okay. So these are the KPIs. Let's say you also want average attendance. So you can write average attendance. If you want attendance count on weekend or Friday, you can also write attendance count on Friday. So these are the key things that you want to showcase. For example, in a meeting, you are showcasing your dashboard, and these are the things that are expected out of you. You can put these KPIs. Okay, key performance indicator of your attendance. You can make it bold. You can obviously put some background color. Same for values. Let me merge it maybe. And put put background color and center. So this is for my basically textual information that I want to share with my management. Now you know the values, right? You know the total sessions from this pivot table, that is 23. Let me merge every cell because we are using this entire. It is just a formatting, right? I'm not expected you to do it right now. Please focus here. You can also do few things here, and later on you can practice. You need to play with Excel, okay? Not everything can be something that I will let you know. I can guide you. You need to practice still. Okay. So total sessions are 23. Then we have Rohit attendance 23, Mira's attendance 22, Aisha 20 and 17. So you can also, I think, copy from here and put it here. Okay, it is taking because it's not merged. That is why it is taking like this. But let me count it as this 20, 20 and 17. And what was the average? If you want to find out the average, you just need to select this and see your status bar. You will find the average count. Okay. So average count of present is 20.5. So average attendance is 20.5. And week Friday, we have 10 students who were present. So these are the things that we have basically calculated for our KPIs. Now I also want my slicer to be placed here. So again, merge this, put background color, take your slicer from here, select your slicer, copy your slicer. Select, right click, copy, put it here. Okay, you got your slicer. You can obviously increase and decrease its width. Okay. Done. Is it clear till now? Then I'll quickly move to chart parts. First, we have done
Yes,
with
ma'am.
the heading, and then we are done with KPIs values and filtration. Then in the second means this placeholder is for the charts. This placeholder is for the chart. So we will be placing our placeholders. First, we will placing our chart, present chart. Go to your present chart, right click, click on copy, go to your sheet, place your chart here. Okay. Go to your absent chart, copy, place your chart here. I'll zoom it out later. So basically we are placing parallel in horizontal direction all the charts. Like this. Okay, under KPIs we have our charts. And then we have last chart, that is weekdays chart. You need to copy this as well and put it under this. So ensure that your things should be at the like height and width should match the above columns as well. So you need to just drag and drag things and resize things accordingly. So if I zoom it out, you will see that it is looking something like this. So it comes like in the same space, right? You can drag it a bit inwards. So it's match the slicer width. Okay. Making sense? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is
Yes, ma'am.
next placeholder is for insights. So for example, what insight did I get out of the entire thing that we have done? Okay, what is the hidden pattern? What is the information that I got? So I can create a header for insight. So I will be selecting this entire row, merging it, give the background color, whatever color you want to give. For example, let's keep it maybe yellow. And then you can write insight. You can keep it bold and just increase the size from here. Okay, write your insight, whatever insight you got. First of all, let me also create one. Let me create one header. Why is it troubling me? Okay, let me just put it let me write an insight. For example, I'll just copy the insight from here to save the time because I don't think we have enough time. So let's say this is our insight, and we know that as per our data, this is the thing that we understood. And I'll tell you what is the insight. Insight is we know that out of all the days, the attendance was dropped maximum on Friday. So it is saying the inside attendance dips on Friday, and Aisha was the one who was basically missing the most session. So from the first chart and from the last chart, we find out this insight. Okay, this is the most important information that I got. Clear? Same way, I will be creating a decision for this. What steps do we need to do? We need to basically how to improve this condition. So what can be the decision that we make? I think my Excel has done too much of work. It is started. Okay. I don't want to do it here. Why is it happening? Just give me a moment. I think there is some issue. Okay, so what is the decision that I would want to take? What do you think that what decision should be take as a teacher? We got this information, then what decision should we take to improve this condition? How to improve this? What will you be deciding as a teacher? You can decide that, okay, let's keep, most of the students are not coming on Friday. Let's keep some recap sessions, right? Revision sessions on Fridays so that students get motivated, or maybe recap session for Fridays, right? And you can also basically follow up with Aisha. You can follow up with Aisha that why she is not coming, what is the reason behind it, and you can counsel her, right? So all these things can be done from your side. So this can be the decision that you can make. I'll just copying this thing. So you can keep a recap session, and you can follow up, take a follow up with Aisha. Okay. It is my opinion. It doesn't mean that what I'm saying is right. You can decide as per your college, as per your university, as per your experience. This is how I think that, okay, I will be doing, if I am a teacher, I will be doing this because I got this insight that as per, if I'll show this dashboard and they don't know this entire data set, they will tell me that, okay, Aisha, she is not coming, and most of the sessions that are happening, students are absent on Fridays. So maybe students are missing sessions on Fridays. So keep some recap sessions on Mondays or Fridays, and maybe follow up with the students who are not attending the session. Does that make sense or not? Will you be doing that or not? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
No?
Ma'am, we can also keep some sort of
Yes, ma'am.
rewards for the students.
Anything, that is what I'm saying, right? This is the viewpoint, this is as per the today's demonstration, but obviously whatever you feel that works for your student, please do that, or maybe talk to your management, and if they agree, you can work on that. Okay, so this is basically you can do formatting. You can select this entire dashboard, and you can basically create a bold border from here, thick outside border, something like that. So you can do anything to beautify it, and you can basically, uh, increase or decrease the width of this. So there are so many things that you can do, but yes, you need to play with your dashboard to make it beautiful. Okay, you can go to chart, every chart, and you can click on this plus sign and you can select data labels as well. It will show you the count for present session and absent session if you want that. Same for the absent uh, chart as well. Same weekdays we already have. You can also change the design by going to chart. You can go to design. You can change the design of your charts. What do you think that feels good? You can obviously keep that. For example, if you want to keep this, you can keep this. Okay, so that is up to you how you want your chart to be looks like, the dashboard to be looks like, and then you can apply a filter and you can see that how the things are changing. Okay, see. So filter basically it is keep giving you interactivity. So it's not static. You can changing the value. You are changing the values. So if you want to add interaction in your dashboard, you can use filters and slicer. Clear? I think somebody has raised their hand.
Bharti ma'am, I want to ask something. It
Yes.
may be very simple, but once I had seen one of my colleagues, or you can say he was working on Excel sheet, and he was doing his share market. You know, he was tracking all his fundamental shares in this Excel sheet. And once he used to press one box, and a new Excel sheet used to open. That is again a very technical, he was doing something. But what I want to ask, was it possible that whatever data is coming every day, new data, Excel sheet will take it directly, or he has to fill it manually?
So basically, in that way, you need to connect it with external sources. So if anything happens in your database, it will automatically comes to your Excel. That is advanced thing, ma'am. It can happen, but obviously you need to combine it with your
Possible,
backend.
like, if we do something, learn something, it's possible. We don't have to put all data manually one by one, that this is
Yes,
closing, this is
yes, possible.
okay.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
possible. Okay, ma'am.
Possible.
I'll, if possible, I'll tell him to share that sheet. I'll share it with you once after session or somewhere. Then we can discuss on it more.
We can discuss the most easiest way with which you people can do, right? And I also see that what he is exactly doing. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
thank you. Anything else? Anything else? I had a plan of taking one more presentation today based on today's topic that we haven't touched. So it's my humble request to everyone, please do practice, otherwise we will not able to complete the things on time. Okay. So today, mostly we will be are done with Excel part. Okay, most of it is done. Today was the last session on Excel. I hope that it really helped you in maybe. Uh, I'm not very sure how confident are you now with Excel, but at least it is a guidance thing for you. You can start with it if you have not started, and if you have already started, please, it's a foundation. Build upon it. Okay, it's not a ending, it's a foundation for you, so build upon it whatever you can do. As ma'am has said, can we do that, can we do this? So yes, it's a basic foundation that we people are just I think we can only guide you, right? In 1 hour it's not possible to cover everything, but I can, ensure that we can help you with maximum things that we can. But key is with you, you need to practice it as much as you can. So to conclude it today, or maybe in past sessions, what we have done, we have already covered that how we can prepare our data, right? If we have a data set, somebody was telling me that okay, sometime, you remember where we have converted rows into columns? Remember where we had a messed up data and we converted that into proper columns, right? So we kind of prepared the data, we changed the format, whatever is required. So data handling and cleaning was done. Then we have worked with tables because table help us to summarize the things easily, right? Then we help worked with condition formulas and pivots and then visualization as well. And today we were able to create a fully fledged dashboard that also have interactive features in them. Okay, so This is the basics that you can cover, but there is an advanced topic of Power BI as well. That is a modern tool to create a dashboard. We will be covering that as well in the next sessions whenever it happens, right? So it will be very interesting, but it really requires a lot of efforts from your side as well if you really want to understand how the things are happening. So I want one promise from you or commitment. Please give 15-20 minutes to whatever things that we are doing in the session. Can I get that commitment from all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Then I think Bhavani has shared the checkout form. Please fill that form. Share your feedback in the chat as well, in the form as well, so that we know note it as well. And I really appreciate your you people are coming on time and everything. So only one bit, yes, please do maximum hands-on as much as you can do. Okay, so that's all from my side for today's session. And the sheet that I've shared with you, it also has one data set on expenses. Try to create a similar dashboard on expenses data set if you can, for the practice purpose. So it can be a take-home activity, right? So thank you so much for joining in, and we'll meet you very soon next week. Thank you for everything. Bye. Have a good evening.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience. I have just one question. That is, in the top, when we fill the checkout form in the topic field, what should we have to fill the, like today's topic, that is AI in our pocket, or the previous one about the dashboard?
Just fill the dashboard only because we haven't done AI
All
in our
right. Okay. Okay.
pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So if possible, maybe I would need one extra day from all of you. Tell me that which date suits you well to cover, because we left behind with one topic. So maybe next week, if we can plan 3 sessions, if possible, with every one of you, let's keep 3 sessions next week. Can we do that? I'll ask Uma to share, maybe, ask you in the group so we can keep one extra session. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Bhavani, for supporting, and thank you, everyone. Bye. You may leave the call once you're filled up with the checkout form.